So yes, you read that correctly. YouTube has definitely changed my life. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how it changed my life and why you should start one too to see the results that I'm going to be talking about. So let's just get into it. Hey there everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Crystal for those of you who are new here, and welcome to my fashion and lifestyle channel. If you are not new, then welcome back, girl. So as you can see, today is going to be a whole different type of video. I'm going to be sitting down and just talking with you guys about how YouTube changed my life. And if you are on the fence about starting a YouTube channel, then hopefully this video will help you and will motivate you to start one, because I highly recommend that you start one. I always go on and on and on about YouTube to anybody that'll listen and tell them how, you know, it's beneficial to start a YouTube channel. So today I'm going to tell you guys why I started a YouTube channel and basically how it changed my life. So let's just start with the win. So I started my YouTube channel back in 2018. I actually started on the platform back in 2012, or created the channel back in 2012. I posted a video of my baby shower. We're doing some games and things like that, and I just wanted a place where I can post a video, and YouTube was around at that time. I think it just started. So I posted a video. I have since deleted the video. It was just like a baby shower, clip of at my baby shower of us dancing or singing or something. I can't even remember, but I do remember it was in 2012 because that's the year that my daughter was born. So I posted a video on the channel and deleted it, and so never thought anything else about it. And then fast forward 6 years later, 2018 is when I decided to post on YouTube. So at the same time, I also created my blog. Keep in mind, probably for 2 years, I was kind of going back and forth whether or not I wanted to do both of those, you know, starting a blog and, you know, starting to create YouTube videos. So it took me a couple of years to really just kind of like say, okay, you're gonna do it, just do it, just do it, just do it. And I'm so glad that I did. So yeah, it was back in 2018 when I posted my first video.
Hi ladies, and welcome to my channel. So in today's video, I have a haul, a fall haul. Just a few things that I picked up over the past month from H&M and ASOS and Mango. And yeah, I'm gonna show you guys the accessories first that I got from ASOS and Mango, and then we'll get into the clothing items. Okay, so if you're interested in watching, please stay tuned. So the first thing I had,
and I wasn't consistent at all. Like I would post maybe 1 or 2 videos in 2018. I think in 2019 I posted another 1 or 2 videos, and then 2020, the year of 2020, during the pandemic when we all were in lockdown, couldn't really go anywhere, I thought, you know what, this will be the perfect time to just go ahead and start posting consistently.
You know, I could blame it on the coronavirus and quarantine, but the fact of the matter is, girl, I like to shop. Hello there, beautiful people, and welcome to my channel.
Back in 2020, I started to be more consistent. I think I started out posting 3 videos a week, and then I went to 2, and then back to 3. So I just kind of been posting consistently since 2020, and so glad that I did. So now we're gonna get into the why. So I started YouTube because I wanted just a creative outlet. At least I like to think of myself as a creative person. And as far as my job that I do, you know, like your 9 to 5, which is mine isn't a 9 to 5, but if you want to, you know, simplify it into terms of what you do for a living as far as your 9 to 5, I am a registered nurse. So you can't, that's not a creative field. It's definitely not a creative field where you can get creative. So I needed something, you know. I was burnt out and just looking for something new, something, you know, to just kind of as an escapism to get my mind off of how stressful my job was. So YouTube was the answer. Plus, you know, blogging too, because I was blogging more consistently in the beginning, like in 2018, 2019, than anything. So it was just a creative outlet for me, just to, you know, create videos and just, you know, show my creativity online. So, and I really enjoyed it, and it really provided that escapism for me. So it essentially started out as a hobby with, you know, my intentions were to possibly maybe perhaps turn it into a, you know, career, you know, just to quit my, you know, full-time job as a nurse and pursue YouTube full-time. That's still what I want to do, but it's not like the main focus. Like I'm not hyper fixated on it. Like in the beginning I was really fixated on it, but as time grew on, I was like, you know what, let me not fixate so much on trying to, you know, turn this into a full-time career, because YouTube is a marathon, not a sprint. So that's probably the best advice I could give, is don't go into it thinking that you're gonna get rich overnight. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's definitely not, unless you just are one of those unicorns that just have such, you know, super talent and just can blow, you know, can just go viral with one video. You know, that wasn't the case for me. And I think a lot of people that do YouTube or just do like social media things in general can really tell you that you know, it's definitely not a get rich quick scheme. It's definitely a marathon. So I had to really get that out of my head. Like, girl, just stop fixated on trying to, you know, turn this into a career overnight. Doesn't work that way. But you know, it changed my life anyway, you know, without being rich overnight. All right, so now we're gonna talk about how it essentially changed my life. So the first thing I would say is I learned a new skill from doing YouTube. So I learned how to edit, which, by the way, didn't know, had no clue how to even start a YouTube channel, how to edit, how to, you know, I knew nothing about lighting and cameras, like none of that stuff I knew. But by the time or at this point I should say, I wouldn't say I'm an expert, but I do have some pretty good knowledge about editing and, you know, lighting. Like I didn't know anything about backlighting. Like that was something that I never really paid attention to, because, you know, you just take pictures, right? Because I was taking pictures, you know, would take pictures to post on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, just for fun, right? But I never really thought about backlighting. Like you got to be sure that you're in the right light. Like make sure that when you're in front of the camera, like there's light coming in front of you and not, you know, coming behind you, or it's going to make you look darker if the light is coming behind you. Like I learned all that stuff from YouTube University, girl. Like everything that I learned as far as YouTube, you know, and you know, cameras and editing, everything I learned from YouTube University, watching YouTube videos. Like I can tell you how many hours that I've watched YouTube videos about editing and cameras and lighting and all the things. So that's definitely a skill that is definitely needed nowadays, you know, especially if you know, doing this by yourself, you don't have help. It's good to, you know, to learn those skills, especially if you're going to do YouTube. Like you gotta, if you're doing it yourself, you gotta learn how to do the stuff, because that's only, you know, how you get better and create better videos. So, and I'm still learning some things. Like I wouldn't consider myself an expert at this point. I would consider myself maybe intermediate, you know, intermediate level, but I'm definitely not an expert. There's definitely things that I'm still learning, but it's definitely taught me some new skills as far as, like I said, editing, which is probably my favorite aspect of, you know, creating these YouTube videos, is the editing process. That's where I really get to be very creative and just kind of put my own spin on things. You know, you can copy other people's style and whatnot, but it's good to kind of put like your own little, you know, your own little thing in it. And I try to put my own little thing in it, whether it be a saying or just your personality, right? Because nobody is like you. Like you are the personality of your video. So yeah, so I just kind of love the editing process for just being creative. The next way that it changed my life has to do with confidence. Now, I'm not saying I didn't have any confidence before I started YouTube, but it definitely helped to boost my confidence a little bit more, because, you know, you're putting yourself out there in front of people, you know, to be judged. So it causes you to sort of channel, I guess, or really pull from a place that you never thought you could pull from as far as confidence. And granted, I'm just in front of a camera talking to people, nobody's around me, but when you put yourself out there, you know, you have to have a certain level of confidence. And so it definitely has helped to boost my confidence and, you know, help me to see that, you know, I can do this. You know, if anything, it's boosted my confidence in such a way that it's helped me to see that, you know, I can do whatever I put my mind to, because YouTube is difficult. A lot of people think it's hard. A lot of people think it's easy, but YouTube is very difficult. Like it takes a lot of determination, it takes a lot of hard work. And so it helped boost my confidence to let me know that, you know what, you can do anything that you tackle. Like if you are determined to do anything, then you can do it and you can succeed in it. And so that's how it kind of boosted my confidence level. Also, as far as like talking to people, it's definitely helped me to be more confident in talking to people, which you wouldn't you know, correlated with that, you know, because like I said, I don't have an audience. I'm not in front of a studio audience. I'm literally in my home in front of a camera. So you wouldn't think it would correlate, but it really does. It just kind of helps you to, yeah, just kind of approach people more, which I've noticed that I approach people more, that I'm more, you know, more not really outgoing, because I'm still an introvert through and through, but it definitely has helped me to not be so nervous and scared to approach people and talk to people and just have a conversation with people, because I'm not, prior to doing this, I really wasn't a talkative person. So it's definitely has helped me as far as developing my communication skills. And so again, confidence has definitely helped boost that area as far as communicating with people and just opening up to people. So it definitely has changed my life for the better as far as that aspect, as far as I'm confident. And so this next one kind of goes with the, you know, the confidence booster, and that is public speaking. It's definitely helped me as far as like speaking in public, to, you know, out in public. And this is just, I'm not talking about just like in a formal setting where you're in front of people and you're speaking, you're presenting, but just like talking to people in general, whether it be people at work or I've noticed I'm not afraid to, you know, talk more out in public, you know, like if I'm in, you know, a social situation and, you know, people are talking and people are giving their opinions about stuff, then I chime in, which prior to doing YouTube, I probably wouldn't chime in. I probably wouldn't say anything. I would probably be in the back somewhere, just kind of like being quiet and low key, being my true introverted self. But it definitely has helped me to be more confident in public speaking arenas. And so that's something that I've always been trying to work on, but just never really had the tools, I guess, to really work on it, you know, because like I said, I'm not around, well, I haven't been, like, I'm around people, but I try to avoid social situations. So I found myself not avoiding social situations as much as I was. Now if I'm in a social situation, I'm not as, I guess, intimidated, or I don't have, you know, as much social anxiety as I used to, all because I choose to, you know, put myself out here, like I said, on, you know, on the internet streets, these internet streets, because people, especially people on the internet, can be brutal. Like, yeah, people can give you, you know, there's such thing as, you know, sound advice, or, you know, what do they call it, criticism, that sort of criticism, honest criticism. I can't think of the name of it, or the term of it now. But then there's just such thing as just being rude and just being mean and giving unsolicited advice that nobody asked for. Like, people on the YouTube, people in general on the internet just have, it's the audacity for me. So you definitely have to have a thick skin. So I guess that's one thing I didn't write down, because I have notes here. I guess that's one thing that being on YouTube has taught me too, is to have thick skin, because you're gonna get people that are gonna say things, you know, to you, about you, whether it be, you know, how you present things, or whether it be how you look, or just anything. People are gonna say whatever they feel like they need to say to bring you down, right? Because it's most of the stuff isn't sound advice. Most of it's just them being mean and trying to bring you down. But I will say, though, to the flip side of that, I do get more constructive criticism. I think that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I was trying to say as far as criticism. Constructive criticism, something that you can utilize to help you to do better, not something that's going to bring you down and make you, you know, not want to get on these internet streets ever again. Okay. But I will say I do get more constructive criticism, and, you know, more people lifting me up and telling me how good of a job I do than I do, you know, the negative stuff, right? So that just kind of makes, you know, it all worth it, because the negativity is going to come, but I will say I get more positivity than I do negativity. So I don't want to, you know, totally just make you not want to do it because of that, because you're afraid of that. And if you are, I get it. That's why, that's what's stopping you. Hey, I totally get it, because nobody wants to hear that, the negativity. But you just gotta block it out. You just gotta block it out. And I will say, I'm more than likely, I probably could, if I was a betting woman, I would say 99% of the time you're gonna get more positive feedback than you will negative. Now, I'm not gonna say you're not gonna get negative feedback, because like I said, people's audacity is all, you know, through the charts. But you will get, I guarantee you'll get more positive feedback than you will negative feedback. But that's one thing that it has changed for me as well. It's just getting a thick skin, being able to take what people saying. You should have to, but it's just part of life, right? But I have learned to have a thick skin. I had a thick skin. I would like to say I had a thick skin before I started YouTube, but definitely since I've started YouTube, that skin has just gotten that much thicker, and I'm appreciative for that too, because we just live in a society now where, like I said, it's the audacity. So but that's definitely another way that YouTube has changed my life, is through public speaking, as well as far, like I said, giving me a thick skin. Okay, and this is probably my favorite way that YouTube has changed my life, and that is connecting with like-minded individuals from all over the world. Like, I have had conversations with people from other countries, from people have sent me messages in languages that I don't even speak, like Spanish. So thank goodness there's an option where you can translate to read your comments, and I appreciate people like that who perhaps probably there's a language barrier there, but we have, like I said, technology is something else. We have we have unique ways that we can communicate with each other, and have it the dialogue translated in our language. So I'm that's one thing that I really am just excited about, or got excited about when I started YouTube, is the fact that I just get to meet people and talk to people and chat with people from all over the world, not just the United States. The biggest portion of my audience is from the US, but I have people that watch my channel from in Canada, and also in England, which is probably, besides the US, is probably my favorite country, is England. But yeah, so I get to meet people from all over the world, and it just kind of makes it just that much more sweeter, is that I love to meet people. Even though I'm an introvert, I love to meet people. I love to meet new people and learn about different cultures and different ways of doing things. And so I love when I get to meet people and talk to people and chat with people in different countries. So it's just it's just a sweet thing. I feel like the internet can be brutal, like I said, but it can be beneficial too, because you will meet people that you otherwise probably would never meet. Like, if I hadn't started YouTube, people that I've had conversations with, whether it be on my Instagram, because some people send me messages on my Instagram too that follow me here. But whether it be people that I, conversate with on, from Instagram, or here under my, videos in the comments, here on YouTube, it's definitely been really, nice to, meet different people. I love meeting people. So don't be afraid to leave me a comment, because I know that can be a little off-putting, but I read every comment that I do get. And I love having conversations with people, even if it's just about fashion, because my channel is obviously about fashion and lifestyle. If you're new, my channel that's basically what it is, about fashion and lifestyle. So even if you want to have a dialogue with me about something that has nothing to do with fashion, then I definitely welcome it. So but that's definitely one way that it definitely has changed my life, is that I get to meet people from all over the world. Okay, and another way that it has changed my life, and I'm going to be very brief with this one, because I think I'm going to do a whole video about just how it's changed my life as far as financially, and not that it has had a huge impact on me financially, but just I want to kind of, because I think money can be a lot of people's motivators, and I don't want it to be the biggest motivator that you go into this with, because like I said, YouTube is a marathon, not a sprint, and it's not a get quick, not a get rich quick scheme. So you're not going to get rich overnight, but it definitely has helped supplement some of my income and help me make a little bit of money. So the next way that it's basically changed my life is through money wise. Obviously, it's created a side hustle for me where I can make a little bit extra money to supplement my income. So yeah, I get paid from YouTube directly, for those of you that are wondering, because I had a conversation with my dad the other day. He didn't even know that I was getting paid to do this. I guess he just thought it was just a hobby that I was just doing, which at first, like I said, it was, because I wasn't getting paid I was getting paid actually in the beginning. I'll go through that in another video telling you guys how I got paid in the beginning. But yeah, my dad didn't even know I was getting paid to do this. It's like, nah, Dad, I'm making some money. And so a lot of people don't know you can get paid to do YouTube, and you obviously definitely can, which is why, like I said, a lot of people are motivated by money, and I think that's why a lot of people started is so they can make money. But you can't go into it thinking that you're going to be a millionaire overnight, because you're not. Like I said, there are some unicorns that do, but more likely, you know, like, you probably not. But yeah, it definitely has created some extra income for me, which, you know, that's always a good thing. That's always a positive, where you can make a little bit extra money, because we need money to live, right? But it definitely has created, I think, about, just starting it has created about 3 or 4 different forms of income for me, or streams of income for me. And like I said, it's not, I'm not, you know, a millionaire, but it's, you know, every little bit helps. So I always think of it that way, and try to think of it on a positive level. Like, any little bit helps. And actually last year, just to kind of give you a reference, like I said, I'm gonna do a whole video about how I make money on social media, but I just started making like substantial money on YouTube last year. Like, that's when I really started to see the fruits of my labor pay off, because I was gonna quit last year. I was like, you know what, I can't keep doing this and taking up all my time, and I don't see, you know, the result, you know, as far as money wise, because like I said, it's a lot of work, and you want to get paid for your work, right? But yeah, last year I definitely can say that I started to really like make enough money where I can be like, okay, yeah, okay, I'm gonna continue to do this. So but yeah, so that's another way that it's changed my life, and that is through, you know, helping me to create side hustle money. All right, and the very last way that it has changed my life, it kind of goes with, I think I kind of touched on a little bit in some of the other reasons that it's changed my life, but the last way that it's definitely changed my life, it has helped me to be more open, to be more transparent, to be more vulnerable. Because again, like I said, you put yourself out there in front of people, and, you know, open yourself up for literally anything. And I used to be a very private person. I still am to a certain extent, because I don't share everything on here. Like, I really highly recommend, especially if you like want to do like a vlog or something, you want to, you know, create a vlog channel, you know, that's all fine and well, because I do create vlogs on my channel. Like, I do fashion videos as well as vlogs. But I will say, don't share everything, because everything ain't meant to be shared. But it definitely has helped me to open up and be more vulnerable, and to be more just open with people, even not just here on YouTube, but just in general. Just having conversations about people, about anything, about aspect of my life that I feel comfortable with sharing. That's the key word there, is comfortable, because there's some things I wouldn't feel comfortable telling people. But just those surface level things, I feel like, you know, I would share, as opposed to before, I probably wouldn't even share like the surface level things to people. But it definitely has helped me to be more open and be more vulnerable, which I think is a good thing, you know, for me, because it shows a side of you that people can relate to. Because I feel like if people can relate to you, people can feel like they have somebody that they can see, you know, within themselves, if that makes sense, right? And being relatable is something that I feel like we all should be wanting to be, is just relatable to people, because that's how you know, that keeps you from feeling like you're alone. When you know somebody else has been through similar situations, or going through similar situations, or, you know, can offer advice because you know that they've been through something similar, I think that's always a good thing. So it's good to, you know, be open, you know, and be vulnerable, and to share, you know, some of the things that you've been through. Like I said, I don't share everything, but some of the things that I've shared with people, you know, I've gotten feedback that it's helped them in some way or another. So that makes it all worth it. That makes it all worth it, because that's why another reason why I started this channel is to be an inspiration, and to inspire other people. I forgot to mention, you know, my why as far as doing it. That's definitely one of my whys that I kind of have developed, you know, within a few months of doing this, right? I wanted it to be a way that I can, you know, help people, you know, because this is a platform where you're talking to people. So you want to be able to help people in whatever way, shape, or form that you deem fit to do so. I help people with fashion, you know, who may need, you know, fashion advice or fashion ideas or outfit ideas. And also I feel like I can help people as far as just living my everyday life, you know, and sharing again some of my struggles that I've dealt with, or, you know, whether it be, you know, helping somebody else to, you know, deal with their struggles that they're dealing with. I always find that I get my biggest motivation to keep going when I know that I'm helping people. And when people comment and tell me, you know, you helped me, you know, with this, or thank you for, you know, bringing this up and talking about this because I've been dealing with something similar, and you know, you've helped me to, you know, approach what I'm going through differently. So I just really appreciate those of you who tell me those things, because that lets me know that I'm not just doing this for me, because it can be self-serving, you know, doing, you know, social media. It can be self-serving, but when you know that it's not just about you and that you're serving other people, it makes it worth it. So yeah, those are my reasons for, you know, starting a YouTube channel and how it's changed my life. So if you are still wondering whether or not to start a YouTube channel, if you're still pondering about it, stop. Just go ahead and start. I literally started with just a iPhone and that's it, and natural light, and got in front of the camera and just went for what I know. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Just do it. Just start. Like, you probably are not gonna like your first videos, and that's okay. They don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have everything. You don't have to have all the equipment and all the things to start. Just start. All you need is your phone. All you need is your phone. You'll be surprised about, you know, as far as how far it'll take you. If you have a skill, if you have something that you're good at, like, what's that thing that people say that you're good at? What's that thing that people come to you about time and time again? Something that you can teach other people how to do. If you are a cook, you know, and you have recipes that you want to share, you want to teach people how to cook, people are always searching for, you know, cooking channels. You know, if you love being outside and you have a garden, you can teach people how to garden. I don't know how to do that, so that's something that, you know, I would be interested in. You know, if you are a musician, you can teach people how to play that certain instrument online. Like, there's so many things. Like, don't limit yourself. Like, there's literally so many things that people Google, because YouTube and Google, they own, you know, YouTube owns Google, or I think Google owns YouTube. So anytime someone goes to Google and search up things, YouTube videos pop up. So think about that. So literally, people are on the internet Googling some of everything. You'd be surprised what people are Googling. So don't limit yourself and think, oh, nobody will want to watch that. Trust me, somebody will. Somebody will want to watch it and will get some, you know, get some good, you know, quality feedback from you. So don't be afraid. Just do it. Don't be afraid. Just do it. Just do it. Don't overthink it. If you overthink it, you're going to be like me. It'll be 2 years have passed and you know, still hadn't done it. Just do it. I promise you, you won't regret it. And then when you do it, just let me know so I can watch your first video and give you feedback. I will see you guys in the next video, and hopefully I'll see yours soon. So, all right, bye guys.